Hello everyone, Readers A32 back again with some What's on Deck. So let's see what's going on in the world of cards. Outside of Kickstarter, not a lot, but a couple of things we'll talk about. It's not one of them. First of all, Art of Play, this is a new Ace Fulton's vintage back casino deck, which is apparently only available through specials and mystery decks. I'm not up for individual sale. That's a good thing I got the Black Friday box deal. It's pretty nice. Speaking of which, Art of Play is doing 12 different things over the next few days. They already started 12 days of Christmas, whatever they call it. One day they had tally holes for $2 each. They've had other sales. Every day there's something different on sale or being released. So far, no new actual decks of cards released. Moving on, I want to mention this. This is Odyssey. Apparently, it's designed by Michelle Linkner. Apparently, it was produced in 2017 by USBC, and it really fell under the radar because we're only just hearing about it now. I did order it from Amazon. It's pretty decent. Looks like a nice artwork. It's called Odyssey. Nice tuck design and back design. Very interesting artwork on the faces, as you can see. Very unique, I would say. I like the Ace of Spades, being like a sip wheel. And the court cards are also very interesting, especially how it's different on both sides of the court cards, different figures, or maybe young and old. Something like that's kind of what it looks like, young and old. And then the number cards, also very nice, completely custom from top to bottom. What's interesting to note is, at least with the number cards, see if we can show you. Interesting jokers, lots of nice artwork. I don't know if it's here, but they're available at their website, entertheglow.com, I believe it is. Entertheglow.com/shop. And it's also on Amazon. That's where I got it because I figured the shipping rate might be a little bit more favorable. I don't know if there's an image here, but I saw something that's pretty unique about the faces. $14.99 for a deck, printed by USBC. Let's check out the Amazon. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you. Or not. There you go. You can see the number cards actually go together and make a map, which I think is really cool. And look at that, it's Canada. And here I am right underneath the spade pip on the two of spades, somewhere down here. Below Lake Winnipeg, Lake Manitoba. So yeah, really nice. I like that. Also, I wanted to mention 311's Wheel of Death thing, whatever you want to call it. Wheel of Awesome, Wheel of Death, Wheel of Pain, Wheel of Nothing, has launched Spin to Win, I guess I call it. I can find it. There is Wheel Awakens. So Awakened the other day. I spun it twice. The first time I got absolutely nothing. The second time, I did not want to see T-Rex, whatever the hell that is. Imagine the ability to read somebody's mind. It's all bullshit. You cannot read somebody's mind. It's lies. See if I can see. Don't look. if I can. Never mind. Won't worry about that. So there's some interesting prizes on the wheel, but they're probably going to be really hard to get as usual. Let's check out the gift guide. Or not. Let's check out, see if it shows the prizes here. And that's if they told you the prizes. Basically, anything from an elite membership to free playing cards to elite points. Like I said yesterday, or the other day, when it launched 2 days ago, I spun, I got nothing. Yesterday I spun, I think I got 50 points. What is that, 5 cents worth? Aha, here are the prizes. You can win signed Darren Brown deck and Neil Patrick Harris decks. You can win the gold artisans, which I would love to get. Say they're extremely rare. Unless you tell me exactly how many were produced, I don't consider that extremely rare. They also say there's only one per store at target locations. Anyone happens to get more than one and you want to help me out, feel free. There's a Canon M200 camera, VIP at the Magic Zoom, the Nomad Hotel, or the Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles. The other one's in New York. An instant card collector. You can win 60 decks from the locked private reserve in a 311 warehouse. Okay? and you can see how they're showing you red high Victorians, which they never sold. They only sold the green ones, if I recall correctly. But you can find the red ones online. So moving on, see what else we have to talk about. Oh yes, Seasons playing cards. Alex Chin doing a rare mystery deck sale. A bunch of decks that were prototypes and or samples, as you can see here, of different decks he's produced over the years. So yeah, it's going to be, wow, that's a lot of different color varieties. You really need to try so many different colors. It's a little bit ridiculous. But, yeah. I'm not sure if that's still ongoing or not. Going on to Kickstarter, Joker and the Thief has launched their Edition 5, 5th edition green deck of cards, which they promise will be the last ever, yeah right, Joker the Thief deck, or of these branded decks. Currently they're at 13,000 on the 19,000 Australian goal. I'm sure they will fund sooner than later. The artwork is basically the same old. Obviously, it's just a different color. Still nice enough. But I'm not a backer. I'm going to get these later on Murphy's Magic. So help me. because the regular price you can see is 23 bucks Australian for one deck, which is apparently 15 bucks US. 21 bucks Canadian for the record. And that's, fine, except shipping also costs about 15 bucks US to Canada. So basically it doubles the price. No, I'm not going to do that. And it's been the same issue with all their projects. The shipping just basically doubling the cost. In fact, they had it for 16. Actually, it was this. They had it for 16 bucks Australian on the early bird. But then there's like 16 bucks for shipping as well. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll get them later from Murphy's Magic. Speaking of something I'll get later from Murphy's Magic, actually, no, I have parts for this one. Now to think of it. Bicycle insignias, insignia backs in red and blue. Obviously printed by Carter Moonday, right? Just a guess. Small joke. It's from the Magic Fern, aka Brent Braun, who I do respect as a magic guy and magician. He's awesome. Love his tricks. As you can see, it's basically the same as the previous ones that I just recently got from Murphy's in black and white. I don't know if there's going to be green ones or a stretch goal for green ones. These were stretch goals in the previous project, which he didn't hit. As you can see, there's also gilded editions for some reason. And this is one thing I want to talk about. I'm getting a little bit annoyed with is every freaking creator on Kickstarter seems to feel the need to gild their decks. And why? So then you're paying, you're just buying the same thing twice because it's gilded. No. I think it's a cheap cash grab by most creators. If it makes sense to gild it, fine. Why on earth would you want these gilded? These are made for magic, for performing. Why would you want them gilded? It just makes no sense. Anyways, these decks are actually a pretty reasonable price. $7 each for one, $13 for two, and I got them on the early bird, which was even cheaper than that. Let me see if I can tell you what the early bird was. Actually, I can just check my email. This would be easier if I was using my regular browser, but I'm not, because I'm an idiot. Oh, there's something else I have to talk about as well. I'll get to. Bear with me 1 second here. By the way, I want to mention something else as well, Kickstarter related. The Chicken Nugget projects, both the original Legend Reborn and the more recent Vintage Reborn, Hutchinson, have been suspended by Kickstarter. They've been canceled. They did say we're going to be getting refunded, but then they sent out a correction saying, oops, no, you're not being refunded. Which is kind of dumb, but it is what it is. Bicycle insignia. Okay, so let's see. Oh yes, it was $12 that I paid for 2 decks plus $2 shipping to Canada. Why would you not do that? That's $6 each, $7 of shipping. Which, I mean, they're selling it for $7 plus shipping each, but still, it's $8 additional dollars for Canada for one deck, and I got it on the early bird for $12 plus $2 shipping for 2 decks. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And here they're charging $15 for one with shipping to Canada. 13 plus 8, for 2. It's a good deal. Why not? Moving on, there's a new Crown Jewels deck from SDI Group. It's the Ruby Pigeon Blood deck. How on earth did they come up with that name? Currently, it's at 7,800 pounds out of an 11,000 pound goal. 10 pounds each on the early bird. For the classic deck, there's also a art deck. There you see the classic deck. It's winking at you. This is one actually that I did get the previous versions, I believe. They're pretty nice. And you see the art deck as well there, modified. I'll probably look out for these on Murphy's Magic, like the previous ones, if anything. Pretty nice looking. These are the classic decks, apparently. No, these are the Star Kings that are apparently no longer available. And if you want to know more about the Crown Jewels decks, I do have reviews on the previous ones I got. I'm pretty certain I got the original ones that they released. Moving on, I want to mention this one quickly. Honeycomb playing cards, which looks like a blatant ripoff of the Honeybee decks from Penguin Magic and Randy Butterfield. I mean, they even got this little bee logo on the front of the box like they did. And basically, it's just an enlarged honeycomb back, honeybee back. It's lame, standard faces. They modify the pip. Wow, on the cards. $12 for one deck. They also have local pickup available. Oh, good. Actually, $10 on the early bird. How exciting! I would not recommend backing it. Just want to mention that it's just a lame rip-off of a much better deck. And I do not condone that. The Jokers are, well, busy. Busy. And then we got the Latin Quarter playing cards and gaming chips, which I have a review on the Artist Proof deck. You can check that on my channel. It is well funded. $12,000 and $8,000 gold currently. Beautiful deck. Printed by the USPC, I believe it will be. $14 each. Beautiful poker chips. I'm getting this the one of each set. There's also dice that are apparently limited and will be available through the battery kit, which I aim to get. Because I do like collecting stuff like that as well, just a little bit. Beautiful chips. And a nice box. Really nice. Apparently there's also a board game set with number 20 chips, or 1520, I don't know, whatever that is. So 1, 5, 25, 100, 500,000, or 1, 5, 20, 100, 500,000. Very nice. There's also two different styles. You get Poker Style, which has the logo on one side and the number on the other, or Gamer's Delight, which just has the number on both sides. I wonder if I can get just one of the 20 chips, because I wouldn't mind that. Very nice color. Nice dice as well. They look very square. Also, this is kind of cool. Every deck comes in this free acrylic deck protector, which I think is a nice added touch. They didn't have to do that, but they are doing that. As you can see, pair of dice and sticker dice are available only through back kit. I just hope that they're not going to be like $20 each for a pair. $8 for a sample set of 6 chips, which is fine. And you get 100 chips for $55. There's Yoga decks, again, a bit excessive and unnecessary. Only available through backer kit, limited to 200 and 300. And the Artist Proof, which I was fortunate to get. And you can get acrylic deck protectors for $1 each. They're very nice cards, and I definitely recommend checking them out. Moving along, MVP playing cards, most valuable player cards, which are currently not likely to get funded. They're at 2,500 euros out of a 12,000 euro goal. Features or is inspired by the greatest basketball players of the last 4 years. That's it. It's 54 cards. Why not 50 players for the last, 54 years? And it's by David Barco. Yeah, I think that somebody from Italy would probably be more interested in soccer than basketball, but I guess I'm wrong. This covers the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Males and females. Interesting. And then you see the core cards and aces, apparently. There's a starter's deck and a bench deck, whatever that means. Let's get the prices here. Holy Toledo. £20, 20 euros for one deck? Absolutely not. There you see the artwork. I mean, it's nice. Nicely designed for the most part. Basketball is not my cup of tea. The back design is it's interesting. It's like a basketball court, very one way with an unnecessary MVP in the center. They said it just done some kind of a logo or something, or made the logo mirror imaged. Then again, the faces are mostly one way back as well. And apparently, there's two different decks. There's a bench deck and there's a starter deck. And then there's the soon playing cards, which is not going to happen anytime soon because it's not going to fund. It's at, well, 200, not even $250 Canadian out of a 7,300 Canadian dollar goal. Somebody in Hong Kong. Figure? The standard faces, the back design is not very exciting. $21 Canadian for one deck, whatever that is in American, which is probably like $12. This standard recolored court cards. That's your back design. Tuck case, I think that's the tuck case, says soon and has a cocktail on it apparently, which has anything to do with what? Has what to do with anything, I should say. Watanique, whatever Watanique is. Apparently he went to cardistry con in Hong Kong and decided to make a deck, which could be used for magic and cardistry. No. Sorry for everyone, I may not confirm the delivery date to the USBC, always ignore my messages. Oh, red flag alert. Why would anyone back a project from a creator that apparently cannot get in touch with the USBC? How is he going to produce a deck from the USBC if he can't even communicate with them? Red alert! Red alert! Back away. Don't back it. I would not support a project from a creator who has communication issues with the card company. So that is it for now. I will see if there's anything else worth mentioning tomorrow before I get this up. And that is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching. I wanted to mention a couple more things quickly. First of all, there was apparently supposed to be a new Svengali deck from Alex Pandrea, but apparently it was delayed and will be coming in the coming weeks for Christmas. And then there's this, the third edition of the first playing cards from Chris Ramsey. Still available, obviously not as limited as previous versions. Some people will say it kind of looks like a sour cream or something, which I don't necessarily disagree. It's a pretty nice back design though. You can see it being popular with cardists. Obviously it has some foil on it. Modified court cards. And yeah. Decent price. Allow up to 2 to 3 weeks for processing your order. Why does it take so long? I mean, it's being fulfilled by order play. You'd think they'd be able to get stuff out a little bit quicker than that. I guess so much for getting it this year. Apparently it comes in the Monica stack and a duplicate for spades and a reveal on the King of Hearts. And yeah. So I just wanted to mention those quickly. And that is that. See you next time for more. Alright, I just wanted to mention a couple of minor things. First of all, Art of Play has the new mystery decks. Once again, like usual. They come gift wrapped from the depths of their vault, they say. And it says that each one is wrapped in a luxurious holiday print and sealed in a wax stamp. With a wax stamp, so even we don't know which decks are which. I call bullshit. I'm going to say 100% bullshit. I'm going to say that they have the decks each separated so they know which one is which. They're not just going to randomly send you decks, because then you might get, you know, free gold standard decks, for instance. And they're not going to do that. They 100% control what you get. Don't think otherwise. Unless they can prove to me so to be that my statements are false, I'm going to say they control exactly what you're going to get. Also, I want to say here it says that although distribution is random, every deck is a winner with savings of up to 50%, which is also bullshit. Because they're charging you $12 a deck, and I can tell you right now that not all of these decks, most of these decks, are not worth $24 each. So no, there is not 50% savings on a deck. And if we look at some of the decks, I mean, there's the new Lady Moon deck. The Stranger, what was that, the Ultimate deck? I don't recall what that is. White Makers, Fulton's, the Gold, Ace Fulton's Casino, the Fontaine, The Anyone, Smoke and Mirrors deck, yuck. Podo, which is for Tuck Case, Smoke and Mirrors, Gold, which is nice. Balance, which you can get on their website. We'll look at that momentarily. Oddbods, which I'm sure they still have available. Some of these are available on their website. Some of them are not yet available. Some will be available. And then there's the Anyone Dot, the Brusses. Again, more crap in my opinion. And that's the thing too about the mystery decks. I'm not a big fan about it. I mean, I like getting gifts and surprises as much as the next person, but also, like the next person as much as the next person, I also like to get gifts and surprises that I actually want. Nobody likes getting a gift on Christmas or whatever that they don't like or don't want or have no need for. And it's kind of the same thing for me with these mystery decks. Most of these decks I already have and don't want, or already getting and don't want another one. So why am I going to give them boatloads of money to perhaps get a deck that I don't already have? And they've even stated, I've seen them respond to some comments on Instagram, that in order to get the gold standard deck, you probably have to get 2 bricks of decks, 24 decks, in order to have the odds of getting one. No, I'm not going to pay you hundreds of dollars for 2 bricks of decks just in hopes that I might get the gold standard deck. I'd rather just buy it on eBay if possible, if it's available. Let's just look at a couple of things here quickly. First of all, the balance deck is $15, so no, that's not 50% off at $12. Some savings, but it's not 50% off, and that's if you get it. Oh wow, they have a cardistry on deck for $25. Yuck. The gold standards. Oh look, it's $0. Maybe I can buy it. The Anyone mirror deck they have for $25. That's not 50% off at $12. Well, actually, that is. That is. I apologize. My math is. For some reason, I was thinking it's $15, but at $12, yeah, okay, that's 50% off. Some of them are, are definitely worth it. Tom's Town, we saw on that list. That's definitely not 50% off. What else was there on that list? Oh, there's decks we can't even see anymore. Or they're just not loaded yet. So anyway, in my opinion, I would just like to be able to buy the decks I want. Just let me buy the decks I want. Don't stop. Like, I hate these sales where it's like, you spend X amount of money, you'll get a deck. Or you buy a bunch of mystery decks in hopes that you get a deck that you want. No, just let me buy the decks. Like, let me buy the gold standard deck, even if it's a bit more money. Let me buy the Lady Moon outright. Although I mean, I already got it in that 6-pack set. Let me buy the Ace Fultons. There's another one. The Ace Fultons uh, Vintage Back, which apparently is only available through special promotions like this. Uh, you know, just let me buy the decks, even if it costs a bit more. Stop with all this dumb, funny business and luck and stuff like that. One of the decks is one that's on here I want to point out as well is this new red Camp Cards deck, which I just ordered through their website, Bradley Mountain's website. $15 plus some shipping. Yeah, it's not my favorite deck of cards, but I figured I got the other 3 in the series, black, the white, the green. Might as well get the red. I'm fully expecting a blue one eventually at this rate. I'm not even sure why red for a camp card, for a camp, themed deck, but it is what it is. But I just figured I'd mention it is available, bradleymountain.com, if you're interested. Comes in a letterpressed foil tuck case by Clove Street Press, completely custom. One with that design, as you can see. But it is what it is. I guess maybe it's a campfire edition. I don't know. Anyway, that is it for this week. And I can tell, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. More. Thanks for watching. By the way, I just want to mention a couple more things we can't guys. First of all, let's talk about, again, the whole thing I was talking about, the randomness. This is what Cardify apparently got from the 6 mystery decks. This is not random. This is like 2 decks, well, 2 decks that are yet to be released individually, the Lady Moon and the Ace Fulton's Vintage Back. The standards, the gold standards, which are limited and have not been made available individually, and the camp cards, which they have not yet released on their website outside of mystery decks, and 2 of the newest decks. That is not random, and I call BS on that. Obviously, in my opinion, they purposely sent these to Cardify to give them some of the nicest, newest decks without there being any kind of randomness to that whatsoever. Next, I just want to mention these are the decks that are available in the mystery decks. The Ace Fulton's Brown, or Vintage Black, I don't know why they're calling it Brown. The Ace Fulton's Pink Black deck, which is the Femme Fatale. The Ace Fulton's Gold Green, Gold Edition, whatever you want to call it. The Alphabet deck, which I have no interest in. The Balance, the Bruce Lee, I don't know how they still have any. The Brush deck, which I mentioned before. Camp cards, I guess maybe in different colors. Cardistrycon 2018, Cardistrycon 2019 green, and the Cardistrycon 2019 orange. Casual V2 dots, well, thank you. Flora V2, Fontaine Futures Mix, Fontaine X Guess, Cycling, Fontaine X Guess stickers. Really? You can get stickers? Or is that an actual deck of cards? Fontaine X Rip and Dip, that's a whole bunch of yuck. Fulton's Clip Joint, which is an older deck. Golden Sunrise, the Harmony Collection, Into the Weird, James Coffee, Lady Moon, Maker's White Gold Edition, Messy Mod, the Mirror from Anyone, Miscellaneous Goods, the Oddbards, Paper Cuts, Podo Silver, Podo White, the Love Edition, which is just a different tuck case, Private Reserve V1, I believe that's the Gold Smoke and Mirrors, Seekers, Sons of Liberty, Spark, Standards White and Gold Edition, Tom's Town, the Ultimate Deck, and Zoma. What I'm seeing is a bunch of crappy decks that I don't want, some decks that I already have, and nice, very small amount of them, and a bunch of decks that they're probably having difficulty selling. So they're giving them away basically as mystery decks. It's a great way to give away crap that you can't sell. Hey, let's just wrap up a bunch of decks you can't sell, send them to people as mystery decks. Here you go. Here's the crap. You didn't want to buy it, but here you go. You can have it now. That's the way I see it, kind of. Some of the decks are nice, like the Golden Sunrise, completely custom, very nice deck. The Balance one is interesting. I don't hate Ace Fultons at all, or the clip joints. Flora isn't bad. Not really a fan of Cardistry Con or the Bruss or the Fontaines or any of these Cardistry decks. Messy Mod looks interesting. Not a fan of the Mirror. Miscellaneous Goods, at least it's completely custom. It's pretty nice. Oddbods is pretty interesting. The Naked is nice. Lady Moon looks very nice. James Coffee is very standard, but it's not bad. Paper Cuts, pretty nice. Photo, again, is nice. The White Glove Edition, though, is a different tough case. Obviously, Fire Reserve is nice. Seekers is nice. Sons of Liberty is also pretty nice. Spark is pretty interesting as well. Standards are alright. I'd like to have the Gold Edition. Tombstone is, pretty nice. The Ultimate deck is okay. Not a huge fan of it. And Zoma is, again, it's okay, but it's not one that I'm getting. And the Harmony Collection is pretty interesting, but I wasn't a huge fan of them. So I guess there's some interesting decks, and there's some pretty nice decks, but then there's a lot of that I really don't want or care for. And in a way, it just feels like they're trying to get rid of decks that they can't sell. Anyways, that is that. Apologize to add that. So you have a complete list of what's out there. And good luck if you're going for the mystery decks. We'll see you next time. More thanks for watching.